Scale. I'm a part of my love. Leaning all way over to the side. I whip me a full way to a nine. The dirty, the money is homicide. In my recipe, can you tell them? Young nigga move that dope. Young nigga move that dope. Baby move that dope. Baby move that dope. Young nigga move that dope. Young nigga move that dope. Young nigga move that dope. Baby move that dope. Baby move that dope. Young nigga move that dope. Young nigga move that dope. Young nigga move that dope. Baby move that dope. Baby move that dope. Young nigga move that dope. Young nigga move that dope. Young nigga move that dope. Baby move that dope. Baby move that dope. Young nigga move that dope.
Young enough to still sell dope, but old enough that I knows better. When they saying it's 42 for that white powder, I knows better. Get it, nigga, I knows better. Put a smile on the devil's face. Who don't wanna sell dope forever and plus they rolling to the vessel break. Fish scale and a two door that I fish tails. Fiberglass, Ferrari leather, and designer shit that I misspell. Yeah, look at the clues.
Welcome everyone. Today is Tuesday, it's 7:06 or something like that. I'm your co-host, Rick the Ruler.
L Boogie.
What up, what up, what up? Jay Jones back in the building, baby. Let's go.
So we had a fun weekend. You know, my weekend, I do all I do is work. I don't know how everybody else's weekend was. El, how was your weekend?
It was cool. Saw Grams and it was cool. It was laid back.
My weekend, it was cool, per usual. I didn't really do too much. I was pretty busy, but it wasn't anything fun and exciting. It was cool. I would say it was productive. I got some things done that I'm trying to transition into to make 2020 a better year. So it was cool. I was trying to get down to the parade. Since it was last time we were here, the Nats ended up pulling it out. They came back from a 3-2 deficit on the road, and they pulled it out, got the W, won the chip. So I was going to actually go to the parade, but I had some things to do, and it was kind of cold. So I skipped it.
Congrats, Nats.
Congrats to the Nats. And speaking of the Nats, over the weekend, I don't know, during the parade or at some point in time, the trophy broke. So they was out really wilding. They was wilding. They was enjoying it. And the trophy broke. If y'all see the picture, you can see how the like two of the flag poles are kind of leaning to the left, and they broke it. But this actually isn't like something new. The last couple of teams that won the championship have broken it as well. I think the year before the Astros, they had it on the table, and the table broke, and the trophy broke. The Red Sox had it, and I think it was somebody threw a beer or something like that, and it hit the trophy and it broke. So it's not common, but for the trophy to break. So basically, MLB, y'all need to get a better damn trophy so that shit won't keep breaking. So, but congrats to the Nats though.
No
They definitely did it. And the last time we left, some good things and bad things happened. So
Definitely.
we gonna talk about that too, but that was my weekend.
Yes, I caught a little bit of the parade, just going through. They was wilding out. I mean, they were safe. They was just enjoying themselves, so that's a good thing. Nobody got hurt. Nobody got locked up.
That we know of.
Yeah, that we know of. If they did, they keeping it on the hush.
Yeah, which is cool. We appreciate it.
So, like I said, them Nats, they did it. Congrats. Big up.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch any of the parade, to be honest. But congrats to the Nats, though.
But speaking of the parade, they just went to the White House, I think yesterday, and one of the players had like a MAGA hat on, so he's right now getting dragged through the mud right now because he had on a Trump hat, and people are just kind of outraged, thinking it might affect the team and the roster for the next season. So Nats in the news for the wrong reasons at this point right now, but still, congrats to him though. Real talk.
Yep. So
as y'all see, we came through. We followed the topic. November 3rd. Popeyes came back through with that thing. What you got there? What y'all got there?
Is it love that chicken from Popeyes?
They got that there. And man, what's crazy, man, is it's still crazy out there trying to grab these things, man. These
Let me
things-
just touch on it because I actually went to pick these up for everybody.
You touch on it, and I'm gonna
And,
touch on the sandwich.
shit.
I will tell you, the line was long as ever. That's what I anticipated. But they were not out of sandwiches. They were out of fries, and I want to say chicken tenders. And then while I was there, I saw something called voodoo strips
That's some New Orleans. That's
Yeah,
New Orleans.
that's straight from the
from the bayou.
from the bio,
from the
yeah.
beginning.
Yeah.
So, but I didn't touch the voodoo strips. I just bought y'all these lovely sandwiches.
And we appreciate it.
Definitely, most definitely. And you came out unharmed. You ain't come out having to fight nobody, and you know,
I thought I was gonna need backup. I didn't know what to expect.
definitely, cause it was it definitely was tough out there. As we all heard over the last night, basically, how somebody actually lost a life waiting in line for one of these sandwiches is crazy. So it's definitely real. It's never that serious, you know what I'm saying? But it's definitely crazy out there.
We got to do better. I mean, it's a chicken sandwich. I mean,
It's only a sandwich, and
you
it's
can go
what,
ahead and have this one. I mean, if it's that serious.
and it's only $3.99. It ain't nothing like.
And if it's that deep, go get a pack of boneless Purdue, Tyson, somebody, and fry some at home.
Well, they said you can just get the strips, like, you know, before they actually brought it back, they were like, you can just get the strips and get a bun and put it together and make that happen. So, you know,
So you got the same
But
thing.
you gonna get that secret sauce?
I don't know.
But let me
Do you
see.
want the secret sauce?
Let,
Hell to the no.
let me see what it's
Let's see
talking
what you
about,
do
though.
with it. Let's see what you
Yeah.
do. Come on now, don't be gentle.
Don't fumble it now. Don't
Yeah.
don't do it because you live now.
I mean, you light skinned, but let's act like you got some black in you now. Go ahead and demolish that joint.
Hey, and just FYI, she got a strawberry drink to go with it, just to let y'all know how
It's real hood back here.
real hood. I think it's a Rock Creek fruit punch in there. So
No, it's not even Rock Creek.
She threw some sunflower seeds in the sandwich. She keeping it real.
but yeah, is it worth it?
It's not worth it.
What?
I will tell you that. It's good,
It's
but it's not worth it.
Not
It
worth the body. Not worth the body.
is not
But
worth the body, definitely. Not.
But is it worth
It's the standing in line at least.
I don't even know about that. It's
she
not.
gotta
It's
be a
not that
Chick-fil-A
great.
fan.
Yeah, I'm
Nah,
definitely. I'm definitely.
I ain't mad at it. Chick-fil-A got some bomb sandwiches too, though, man.
Nah.
But man, and my wife, right before I came up here, she showed me a clip where I don't know where this was, but it was somebody in the drive-through. Everybody in the drive-through, and a car tried to cut in front of another car, and I mean, just straight wrecked the other car, just to get a chicken sandwich. I mean, in this car, she had like a Benz. It was a bucket Benz, but it was, she scratched her joint up, hit another car just to get in line. Like, she wasn't even at the window just to get in line to get a sandwich.
People are battling over chicken sandwich like they got stock in Popeyes.
Crazy.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't,
Like I said, we got to do better.
like you can't come back the next day. Is it that serious, though?
Like Mom said, you can't come in the house if you don't come home with a chicken sandwich. And you got to do what you got to do to get back in the house.
Or the rent is chicken sandwiches. If you don't come back with the rent, with the chicken sandwich, your ass is evicted.
Bills got to get paid. So I got to get that chicken
Bring that
sandwich.
damn. Speaking of that, one of the NFL players accredited the chicken sandwich to his vision to seeing. Deshaun Watson, he quarterback for the Houston Texans, he was talking about how his eye the previous game, he got kicked in the eye and his eye was real swollen and things like that. And they were over in London last week or this past Sunday, and he spoke to the reporter, and the reporter asked, why he had such a good game, and the first thing he came out and said was the Popeyes chicken sandwich. So it's going all the way overseas. So I think that's crazy. Another football player had some cleats with the Popeyes logo all on it. Stephon Diggs, actually from Maryland, went to school here. He had some cleats with the Popeyes logo on it, which I thought was crazy too. So,
Wow, shout out to Popeye.
Yeah.
But he's trying to get his game so Popeyes can call him. He can do some endorsements. I ain't mad at him.
Get your bread, bro,
Yeah,
and come back to Maryland with it.
yeah.
Definitely, most definitely. So, but we just figured we'd kind of talk on it and speak on it. Cause it's hot in the streets right now. It's hotter than crack out here right now.
Yeah, what did it came back yesterday?
These joints like the new
today's
Jordans.
Yeah,
The second day. that it
like
came.
exclusive, like like Eddie Bowers back in the day, like when you was getting robbed for Eddie Bowers back in the the 90s and getting jumped for Jordans. This shit about just as real.
Yeah.
Not the same thing.
So moving right along, since we couldn't get the clip going, we also had received bad news over the week. Shortly after our podcast ended, one of the members in the Boondocks was John Weatherspoon, and iconic, legend in the comedy game passed last week, and I was just gonna ask y'all, what was do y'all have like a favorite John Weatherspoon moment or movie, or what are y'all takes on that?
For me, personally, I would say it was all of the Fridays. Like, I loved
classic.
First Friday, next Friday, Friday after next.
I think he was wilding out on Boomerang.
Yeah.
When he had the mushroom belt, the mushroom shirt, and he was like, "You have to coordinate."
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, he was going all out.
And that was one of his like iconic like lines, you know what I mean? Like that was I think he was in like, a few hip hop videos and he used the line. Just an iconic figure to lose. We lost him. Over the year we lost John Singleton, so those are definitely two legends. I think I like John Weatherspoon in the Wayans Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And also in the Boondocks. I think it was his role on there was definitely funny. Definitely crazy, definitely hilarious. So, a legend that'll definitely be missed.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
Definitely.
The last time, I did see John Witherspoon in person, so I saw him at the DC Improv. Same personality on camera
For
as
real?
in person. So
Did he hit you with the bang, bang, bang?
cutie pie.
Oh, wow.
Oh my.
That was it.
That might be that sandwich right there. What you got, a spicy over there? Jeez. Wow. But yeah, but that's what's up, man. He was definitely iconic, definitely a huge loss, man. We just wanted to touch on it because definitely we found out the news, of course after we went off air. But damn, that's a hell of a loss right there, man.
Yes, sir.
Hell of a loss. So, but I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna try my sandwich. What y'all gonna do?
Yeah, let's let.
I'm still trying to eat. I mean,
you talk something. You took a bite.
I took a little bite.
Can we get a bite?
I took 2 bites.
Hey,
Mommy,
The
can we
second
have a
one-
bite, please?
The
Hey,
second
PJ.
one was better than the first one.
hey PJ, how was your sandwich, bro? Did you take a bite?
The bite is pretty good.
Say something.
Talk
about it.
Let them know.
The chicken is big as hell.
Exactly.
There's a big Popeyes chicken nugget on bread.
God damn. There you have it.
Yeah.
Summed up.
Well, while we talking, y'all can look at this. Here, look at here, look at here.
Look at this. Boy, all he need is some hot sauce, boy.
Y'all see
You
that?
need some hot sauce though, real talk.
For real? You got
Yeah.
sauce on there?
I don't got none, but if you have some hot sauce on it, I think it would be right.
I
Yeah.
got to throw some barbecue sauce on here. I don't do the hot sauce.
I can see people getting these for Thanksgiving. just
Just full of the
Yeah.
get
Skip the turkey.
yeah. You
12
think
Popeyes chicken
you
sandwich.
think Trump had these for the Nats in the White House yesterday?
You don't need chicken. You don't need Whoppers.
He only eat Whoppers.
You don't need burgers.
Damn, that's
Man,
crazy.
you better go ahead. Go ahead. Do what you do.
Nah, man.
Just
Don't be
in-
shy.
you-
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna get into that while y'all deep in conversation. On the next couple topics, you just might hear my foil raveling over here. You know what I'm saying? Just know that y'all gonna have to go for the next 2 or 3 minutes.
All right, go ahead. All right, let's get it.
So what we
Let's
talking
get
about
it
today?
started.
What we talking about
Topic of
today?
discussion is
Advice on seeking advice.
Seeking advice.
advice on seeking advice.
So how y'all get advice? Who do y'all?
So
I have
let
to
me
go
just
with
start.
God.
Well, let me just start by saying, let me give clarity to everybody because, by definition, advice is guidance or recommendations offered with regard to prudent future action. Okay. Okay.
Got you.
Guidance or recommendations offered with regard to prudent future actions. Okay.
So basically, somebody's gotta. If I'm venting, I may not necessarily want to hear your advice. I just may want you to listen. It's basically what that definition kind of explained to me. So shut the hell up and listen. And then I might ask you for your advice.
This is true.
Okay. All right.
I feel as though if you, whatever the topic of discussion is, and I'm seeking advice, if you haven't walked the walk, don't talk about it.
So qualification.
Amen, brother.
You better have something in writing, a battle scar. You better been through some, dragged through the mud or something on the topic that I'm talking about. Because if you don't, it's going in one ear and coming out the other.
I'm with you on that. I actually, me and one of my close homeboys out Chicago, shout out to him. That doesn't go with the hat, but shout out to him anyway. But we always have this thing called qualification. Are you qualified to talk about whatever it is that you're talking about? Because a lot of people, we may have a friend that went through something, or we may have a family member, and we feel like because they went through it, we can talk on it. And like Rick said, if you haven't really went through it, then I really don't. At that point, is your opinion. It ain't really advice.
Totally.
You know what I'm saying? So my huge thing is when I talk to people, if I do go to somebody for advice, are you qualified? And if you ain't qualified, to shut the hell up.
And what we also got to understand that opinions is like assholes. We all have one.
And they stink.
Basically.
So you definitely gotta be qualified. I'm with you on that one. I'm definitely with you on that one.
Definitely, and you've had to have gone through the experience. For instance, if you're single, you're not gonna consult a married person about single advice,
That's
especially when you've been married to the same person for X number of years.
That's true.
There's also a generational difference.
Flag on the play. Oh,
So
that's
I'm a
that's
millennial.
huge. That's huge.
Okay, am I gonna consult somebody from another generation about being single? Probably not, because you probably really don't understand where I'm coming from, because now dating is hard. Okay?
It's a job.
It is a job.
Shit.
It is. So, you have to be careful who you're going to or seeking advice from. Some of those people have no commonalities with you.
That's true too.
And sometimes when you, like you said, you have to be careful who you venting to or trying to get advice from, because just because you know them, you see them on a block or whatever, they're not your friend.
That's
so
true
they
too.
can be able to, you pouring your heart out, you venting and whatever, and then they're gonna go tell somebody else. So you have to, and you figuring out like how this person know my business.
And you didn't got exposed.
So you have to be careful who you venting to, who you trying to seek advice from, because everybody that claim they're your friend is not your friend.
True.
Yeah, and I have to touch on that, because
Talk about it.
women,
Go ahead. I'm gonna
ready
get
to
this
go to the Baptist church?
Go
All
ahead.
right.
Go
Oh
ahead.
man.
See what this thing look like.
so women, for example, going to another woman for advice that you may think, oh, she's happily married, let me go to her and ask her a couple of questions about something I'm going through. She may seem happy on the surface, but she may not be happy. So the advice that she may be giving you may not be good advice. You might think is good advice. Oh, I've seen her, I've seen them, they look happy, they're such a happy couple. You really don't know what goes on behind closed doors. So I say if you're going to seek advice, seek it from more than one person.
True.
And then you can weigh your options and determine which advice is best for you.
And just to throw my hat in the ring, also if this person seems happy because they married or whatever they might be preying on your downfall. So
Facts.
they might give you wrong advice, and then just to see, they might find joy in your demise. So you have to be careful who you taking advice from.
I'm gonna touch back on Boogie when she spoke about the millennial differences. I think it's kind of like it's 50-50. Cause some millennials, some folks, you know, we call them OGs. You know what I'm saying? Big homie, big brother. You know, whatever you may refer to. Some of them do have advice that is good advice, and that's definitely that you can learn from. You know, you can definitely learn from their mistakes and things like that, like in a marriage or something like that. But you gotta pick and choose like what you want to take from that conversation, cause like you said, like you know, getting advice about technology or something from a baby boomer or somebody like that, they might not be fully aware of what's going on. So I feel like definitely if you go to like an OG, like maybe your grandparents or something like that. I know like my mom is notorious. She'll like if I'm telling her I'm about to move somewhere, she like don't go down there. They racist. They do this. I'm like, Mom, that's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But that's just cause when she was growing up, her point in time. So definitely if you get advice from somebody that's not in your age bracket, generational, definitely pick and choose. They do have some. I feel like they do have some good advice, but that's definitely a key factor in getting advice. And
what do y'all think about? So I mean, I know we seem to focus a lot on like relationships and marriage. What do you think about career advice?
You definitely gotta be careful with that too, cause oh man, I think the snakes definitely lie there. It's definitely snakes there, so you definitely gotta be 100% cool. Make sure the person that you going to, if you speaking to a coworker, even if you speaking to like a friend or a family member, they may ask you like what the pay is. If you say something that's more than theirs, like a 6-figure or something like that, and they making like 50,000-60,000, and they more qualified, like like we was talking about, they might be like, oh hell nah, like I'm out to throw salt in that. Like you gotta be real careful with that. I think that's my opinion. You gotta be able to trust it. Maybe talk to somebody who's in a higher position if you're cooler, if you have that relationship with somebody. But you definitely gotta be careful with that.
And you also gotta look at sometimes the best advice is your gut feeling.
Bet on yourself.
Yeah.
If you feel as though it's not gonna happen or there's something bad that's gonna come out of this, trust your gut.
Bet on yourself.
Yeah, so that's how I look at it. And that's what I do most of the time. So I'm not going to too many people venting or telling my problems to, because they hate me.
Yeah. Most of the times, I'm trying to go to my wife because I know she got my best intentions, and regardless of what the pay is, I mean, she ain't gonna tell me accept nothing that's like 25,000, but she definitely going, what's best for our family. You know what I'm saying? So that's somebody I definitely would go to as far, as a career based decision. If you have somebody in your corner like that, or maybe if you have, like I said, a coworker or somebody that you really cool with that may be at a higher level, go to them. If you got that relationship established.
The wife knows all.
Yeah, she may spend it, but hey, she know what's coming in though. But she might spend it, but she gonna throw something to the side, make sure we straight, and she gonna give me the ins and outs, what to what to expect. Definitely give me interview on how to deal with the corporate people. So but that's
what do you think about seeking like career counselors? I mean, those are big now.
Shit, how much they cost? Shit.
The price ranges, but I mean, if you are going to seek career advice, it probably needs to be from somebody who has experience in that field.
That's true.
Who's not hopping from job to job. So you really want solid advice.
That's true.
So those are actually professions. You have career counselors who are here to give people advice on their path to success.
But I think part of it too is first of all you gotta pay for the service, right? Which, what if you're not even, what if you don't have the funds to pay for that? But if you do have the funds, how comfortable are you gonna be with that person? You know what I'm saying? With that career counselor person, that you're seeking advice from. I'm sure they're great at their jobs. And it's cool, and I'm not knocking anybody to do it, but I feel like comfort is a big part of giving advice. So if you go to a career person, you know, are you really gonna lay everything out on the table?
Or, I mean, what about testimonials? So if that counselor has testimonials and you see, okay, you know, so and so has gotten this job based on their counseling with.
Well, is it based on counseling, or is it based on who the person knows, or is it based on how we know that he got?
But it's a testimonial of service. So you seek Sarah, and Sarah is a career counselor, and she
Hold
has.
on, is Sarah white or black or Hispanic? Go ahead.
I don't know,
I'm just
Justin.
saying,
I don't know.
I'm just
okay?
saying that play a part. Go ahead, though. Go ahead.
You want to know how it's spelled? S-A-R-A, S-A-R-A-H.
I'm just saying.
I mean,
Go ahead.
It
All right.
might make a difference.
Okay, you spell it with an I or H. Go ahead, though.
So, I mean, say Sarah's a career counselor. She has
Okay.
testimonials
All right.
where people have actually, you know, been successful in their next steps in their career based on her counseling. Are you going to look at her testimonials and decide, okay, well, I can go to Sarah to seek advice? Or are you going to say, no, I don't really trust these testimonials and go seek advice elsewhere?
If they have a good, pretty good background, I mean, anyone you're going to confine to that you have to spend your hard-earned bucks, you want to do some research on that person and make
Most
sure
definitely.
they have the, you know, the proper tools and
They
the proper
qualified.
advice to give you for whatever you trying to get this advice from. But, you know, if it's not nothing life-threatening or that's going to, I'm not going to no counselor.
Did you, hold on, does the word counselor just drive you away?
Nah, I can spend my money. I got bills.
And that's what a lot
Life
of
is a
people.
counselor.
And that, it is. She is. But I won't look away, because if you got a proven track record, that's definitely worth looking into. But I'm pretty sure if they got a proven track record, that price is going to be somewhere high where I may not be able to afford
That's what
it.
I'm saying.
And
No more
if they
chicken
giving out
sandwiches.
free advice and they track record is legit, I'll look at it, see what they got to say, take some tips from it and go from there. But you know, when you got a good track record, it's always gonna cost. And are they gonna tell me the same thing that I could have heard from my wife, or you know what I mean? But it's definitely worth looking into. I won't push anybody from it. You know, if that's what you want to do, go for it.
Once you spend that money, are they telling you what you need to hear or what you want to hear?
It could be a combination.
So you know, it's difficult because you gotta weed all that out. You know what I mean? So, and they get paid to do a job. You know, like Rick said, are they really telling you what you want to hear? You know what I mean? And are you comfortable with putting everything on the line? But if they got a proven track record, yeah, I'll run with you. I'll look at you. I'll consider you. You know.
You know, I know I mentioned the career counselor, but if you're in the workplace and, you know, there's another department you want to work in, do you go and seek advice in that department from a leader there? Or do you just, once again, maybe go home and seek advice?
You want to answer that, Rick? Or you want me to go first?
Go ahead.
So I'm gonna try to get all the facts together before I go home and present it to my wife, because she want all the facts. She want, of course, you know, the responsibilities, the hours, you know, everything that comes with a promotional job. Depends on the relationship that I have with the department head. If we have a really good relationship, I'll just be like, hey, look, man, you ain't got to give me all that, you know, corporate, you know, we're going to grow, you know, we're here for team, but like, what is it really like? You know what I'm saying? Keep it 100.
Keep it 100.
Keep it 100 with me. You know what I'm saying? And just let me know what I'm getting myself into. You know, the type of person that I am, and this, that, and the other, and that'll help make my decision on top of course, you know, the pay scale, because it's always about the money. I don't care what nobody say. Motherfuckers will tell you, hey, I don't really, I'm not, you know, trying to get the job for the money. Nigga, you lying.
No.
And if you're not going to get the money, you a damn fool. And I get it, promotional, you know, titles, but nigga, get the money.
You know, I think the dumbest thing, if you working for a title, fuck that.
Exactly.
I'm not working for a title. Show me the money.
Show me the money.
So I mean, but you have to prove yourself. I don't think if I'm looking at a career move, I can mention it to the wife or whatever, but you get career moves by showing that you worthy of moving. And this is just my method. I've moved up in my job. I've been in my job 20 years.
Facts.
So I showed that I can do the job. I mean, you gotta. I'm gonna do lateral service. Let me help out here. Stop screwing people over.
True.
Be seen, not heard.
Facts. Action, not words.
I mean, because you can sit in here, oh, I can do the job, and then you get the job, and you sitting there moping around, complaining, this and that, and affecting the way of business. You wasn't. I mean, you shouldn't be there. Somebody else who's worthy of getting that position should have been there. So you just took food out of somebody else's mouth. So put in the work, learn the job title, because what looks easy to you might not be easy once you actually get in that position. So, ask questions, put in the work, do some lateral service.
Yeah.
Or just like Rick said, just see if you actually make work over there for like a week. See if you like it. But I would seek inside advice if I could. If that was the move that I wanted to make, and how it would benefit my career. Because like we all said, we all want to move up. We all want to get paid. So is this move going to be lateral where my pay is going to be some change, or
We got a big jump.
yeah, or we getting bags at this point. So I'll holler at them, based on the relationship. It's all based on the relationship and your comfort level. And then I'm going to bring it back home to wife, and we're going to discuss the dynamics of it and break it on down like I'm finna get this chicken sandwich broken down.
I mean, would you give advice on that chicken sandwich?
Sandwich is good from what I tasted. That's my advice. But I ain't saying no damn lines, though. I got too much time. No, I don't have enough time to stand in line,
Depending on how long the line is.
Nah.
The line wasn't too long today.
I'm staying in line. I mean, if I can,
It wasn't too bad.
we was born and bred to stand in the lunch line. Some of us unemployment line. God damn it, we stand in line.
Yeah,
for
you
chicken
stand in
sandwich.
line. So my advice is, if you haven't had one, try to get one. Try to get one when it ain't rush hour. You know what I'm saying? Try
Wait
to
till
go
all the
grab one.
kids in school.
Yeah, everybody at work.
Or at church. Go get yourself a chicken sandwich.
That's our advice.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah. And I know we touched on relationships, marriages, career,
Ooh, man.
spiritual advice.
I'm going with God.
I'm going straight to the church.
Okay.
I'm going. Again, it's all about comfort. If you have a good relationship, not even just with the pastor, but if you have a good relationship with somebody at the church and you feel comfortable, go for it. I know a lot of churches have ministries. I've actually got myself involved in few ministries, and I found them to be very helpful, marriage and career-wise. So I definitely feel it's needed, and if you surround yourself with people that are similar to you, you know what I'm saying, and trying to attain the goals that you're trying to obtain, that you should definitely seek it.
You can always, because sometimes the pastor is he has a whole flock that he has to look over. So you can go to the deacons, you can go join a men or women's ministry, and get solid advice from these gentlemen or ladies who, basically been in your shoes. They might be a little older and stuff, but they walk that path that you're trying to walk. So I find that you can always get good advice from either one of them.
Gotcha. Yeah. No, I definitely second that. I would say ministries. Ministries are important.
Yeah,
You can
definitely.
get solid advice from ministries. Women, men, all across the board. Young women, young men. You can get good, solid advice.
And then you also find out that it's not just you. You know what I'm saying? If you're going through a hard time or if you're going through hardship, you realize that it's not just you who's going through that situation. So to have the support, sometimes you might not have the support that you need, and going there, they allow you to get that support. So definitely, if you seek advice, and now it's so much man-made spiritual advice. You want to make sure you're getting concrete advice. So that's what I would go with.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that.
Now let me ask y'all this: what's the best advice that y'all think somebody has given you? Can you think of any?
I'm going to tell you, since I was a teenager, my mother, shout out to my mother.
Shout out Mom Dukes.
She always told me to trust my gut. Whether it came to a situation or whether it came to people. I would say more specifically people. And that's the best advice she could have ever given me because it's never lied.
Never lied. Ain't never lied.
Never lied.
You know, I have a small circle, but these people are gonna tell me the way it is. I mean, they don't care if I don't like it, get mad. They say, go sit your stupid ass down somewhere and get over it. You know, but I go to the wife. She gonna tell me the way it is.
Straight up.
She gonna curse me out and make me a sandwich.
With no filter.
No question.
Not at all.
So, you know, I think if you in a solid relationship, I mean, and you're looking for a solid relationship, deal with somebody that's just going to tell you the way it is, whether you happy about it or not.
But a lot of people don't want to hear that. They don't want it. They want to hear what they want to hear. And I know I've been a victim of it. I'll be like, I'll throw something out there, and I'll be expecting to hear something back, and it'll be the total opposite. Like, damn, I ain't want to hear that shit.
You know, life
like, damn. But that's true, though. You got to go with somebody who's going to give it to you straight up.
You want it straight up, but it depends what it is. It
like
honestly
what?
depends what it is. Some things you don't want straight up.
If my wife, I'm talking to my wife, she say, goddamn.
Pause.
Well, go ahead. If I'm talking to my wife, she say, damn, your breath stink.
I'd
I'd rather for her to tell me, or I'm up in somebody's face at work. And they were like, man, did you step on something?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Checking the bomb. I mean, so you might don't want it, but trust me, it'll benefit you in the long run.
I think the best advice that I think I've gotten over the years is put your energy in something that you enjoy, and don't chase the bag. The bag will come. I think that was I got that from my wife and my cousin. They both gave it to me, told me that, and I think that's the best thing that like solid advice that I can run with, because you know nowadays we all about chasing the bag. You know what I mean? But we hate what we doing. We hate that shit with a passion. But you got to pay bills. And they just told me like that. I told them my situation at one point in time, and they were like, dog, like, do what you like to do. And put that work and put that hustle into that you put in at a 9 to 5, and the bag will come. So I think that's the best advice.
So I think Justin talking about this chicken sandwich because energy will come in the bag. So let me stop.
But yeah, that's the bag holds powers, my G. It holds
that's why
powers.
that P is on it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so that's what I'm with.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, so we kind of touched on the best advice. What's the worst advice?
in the words of my man T.I. said that I agree with that shit, was do that shit, dog. I think that's the worst advice that I probably, you find yourself in a situation and you react off of the emotional. You ask somebody who's got a bad track record or who hasn't really made sound decisions, and they're like, man, dog, do that shit, man. Don't call her back or walk out the house or don't pay that bill.
Or do you.
Or, yeah.
Do
Do
you.
you. Yeah, that shit, man, woo. That shit could have you down somewhere it's gonna be hard to get back from. But I think that's probably the worst advice that I've probably gotten from.
Well, let's see. I got a lot of words of advice for people.
Hold on, you go. I'm going.
Go ahead. I'll talk slow so you can
So I can chew.
get 2 bites. What was the worst? Lauren, I might have to get you to go. I got a lot of worst ones.
I told you, do you for me is like the worst advice you could give somebody.
And that goes
Because
all around the board.
They may not tell you what doing them actually is. And then
Do you like when it come to bill? Like, who would you go to for financial? When somebody be like, dawg, just do you, man. When you come trying to pay the bill or something like that. Now, when you got the funds to pay all the bills, and the person, you be like, dawg, man, I need to get through the week, man. Just do you. The fuck does that mean? Like, do I pay the, like, you know what I'm saying? Do you means I might not pay the bill. No, I might not even use the money to get through the week. I might just go grab some Jordans or something. Like, I just feel like that's terrible, man. Like, it's definitely terrible. Do you on all levels. Relationships, careers, financial.
So 2020, we gonna get rid of do you.
Shit, I thought we had already got rid of that. Damn, yeah, we can get rid of it though.
Throw it out.
I think work hard, play hard. If you working hard, you don't have time to play.
Yeah.
You can't do both. I tried it, work hard and work like 15, 16 hours, then play hard, do another 10.
Be broke.
Nah.
or your bank account looking and crying.
No, you have to pick your poison. Work hard, retire, then play hard. That's what it should be.
That's true.
I agree with you, Ray.
I
totally
retire.
agree
When
with
I
you.
retire, then I'll play hard. But right now, both of them don't mix.
Yeah.
That's true.
Totally agree. You play hard later.
Yeah.
Work now.
Yeah, but they say spend it while you here. You can't take the money with you.
This is true.
You married, you
Because-
wouldn't take it with you anyway.
That's facts too. That's facts.
She gonna make sure.
Hold up, that nigga got 100 in his casket right there. Let me go ahead and get that out right quick. Let me go ahead and get that right quick. But yeah, that's true. That's definitely true, man. You definitely What about financial advice?
Honestly. Sorry. I
Took you
on
back
that
a
one.
little bit.
Yes. Because I have a financial advisor. So that's the person I'm going to seek for financial advice.
And this is bad too, because financial freedom, boy, in the black community is it's tough.
And
We go to all the wrong sources.
yeah, we do. We do. But I say now, I've noticed, especially, in the church that I attend, we talk about finances.
True. We do too.
And you should always seek someone who's going to give solid advice in that area. It's not a family member who, it's, oh, let me go get the latest and greatest. Let me go get these Jordans. I mean, that means nothing.
But I think even when you talk to like families, I think their intentions may be good, because I think a lot of advice is like survival advice. You know what I mean? So it's like, do I pay this whole bill or do I get gas for the week? So you might go to somebody and they just like, pay half the bill, pay the minimum of the bill, and get through the week. It sounds good, but that advice long term, like, it's gonna shoot your credit. You know what I mean? So financial, like, I think you might want to seek a financial advisor on that one.
Yeah.
I would roll with you on that. Or like you said, in the church, if they have financial classes, I know my church, we just had like a whole 7-8 part series about financial management, because a lot of us, we seek the wrong person for money problems, and it's just like,
You seek the person that has the money problem.
yeah, and it's just like, you gonna talk to her?
And even if you go to a friend, coworker, or something about financial advice, oh, you got this, let me get 100.
Shit,
Let me borrow this from you.
man, if
So I'm not, I go to account. That one there,
yeah, I'm gonna go to the council, because if you giving me advice, why you right here with me? Why? You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe you took an L, maybe you took a loss somewhere down the line, and
it happens.
you can kind of touch bases on that. Maybe you qualify, as I like to say, on that subject. But it's just like, man, if you gotta really be careful, because financial freedom is something that's is a really huge topic now, and generations before really wasn't, it wasn't really implemented. So a lot of our parents or grandparents or friends or whatever, they kind of learned along the way. So it's just like, you got to be real careful on that.
That's why it's, for me, I think it's a big importance, and I think every governor or counselor of every major city should make this should be taught in school.
Definitely.
Financial, credit, and everything should be taught in junior high school.
Yeah, fuck algebra. Replace algebra with that.
Yeah.
I fucking hated algebra. Nigga,
Yeah.
what?
I mean, you're not going to use algebra for anything.
1
in life.
and 2.
Nah.
Nigga,
Yeah.
I was in summer school for it all, so I'm with you.
Yeah,
Financial
they need to
literature.
Don't wait till we go to college.
Yeah.
Nah, give it to me when I was in
Shit, give it to me in 7th to 8th grade.
That's what I'm
You
saying,
learn
junior
young.
high.
Yeah, learn
Yeah.
young. Shit.
I think that should be a requirement.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
We have all
that
these other courses that are requirements for credits. That should be a requirement.
yeah.
Because you got these athletes out here who's playing in basketball, football, whatever sport they're playing, in junior high school where they have the potential of going to high school, going to college, and being somebody. Hopefully injuries or something doesn't plague them. So you should be teaching them as well as you teaching them how to dribble a basketball or how to kick a soccer ball. You should be teaching them, if you make it this big, this is what you should do. This what comes with the stardom and all of this of being a star. Somebody should teach them this.
Yeah, definitely. I know it was a few teams that, like in the NFL, that had a system like that to avoid a lot of athletes going broke, especially young athletes. They had to get a financial advisor. And recently or last week, I know they just said that like now colleges are going to be paying athletes. You can make money off of your likeness now. So it's even more important to teach that financial piece, because it's like, we not qualified to give advice on being 19, making millions and millions of dollars, having a shoe endorsement. Cause I ain't had no shoe endorsement, so I ain't making millions. So it's like, we not qualified to talk about that. But a financial advisor, they need to sit down. They need to implement that. And so, like Rick said, you need to incorporate that. We should incorporate that at a young age. So if you do choose to go to college and make money off the likeness of your name, you can kind of have a heads up. Now, if you fuck that up, afterwards, that's on you.
It is what it is.
So, but I'm definitely with it though, cause that shit, woo. The niggas be giving you bad advice on money, boy. Just to see your ass broke, they give you bad advice. I don't know why that nigga got that. I don't know why he got them shoes. No, that nigga can't pay his rent. You know what I'm saying? They go all on you. So.
Yeah.
And they told you to get it. Hey, them J's will go real nice, or that coat, or that purse, or that whatever. Go take that trip. Take that trip.
Yeah.
And be broke coming back. So.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you. Financial advisor is the way.
All the way.
Amen.
Go get it. Hey, and put that shit in y'all school curriculum too. Real talk.
Yeah.
So.
Go to school and say, we need this.
All
if
day.
enough parents and enough students go and say, we need this in our school system.
Definitely.
Get that changed together.
Yes, sir. And that's our advice.
Yeah. So we're going to wrap this up.
Wrap this shit up, B.
Like a Christmas gift.
So, hey, we definitely appreciate y'all coming through, tuning in.
Leave comments. We accept comments. We love comments.
Hey, what's the website to the webpage?
It's www.keepinit100podcast.com.
Definitely hit us up. Drop us a note. Let us know how y'all feel. We're gonna go ahead and get into these chicken sandwiches. Yeah. And we're gonna be back here next week, next Tuesday, 7:00. Y'all remember to keep it solid. I'm Jay Jones.
Rick the Ruler.
L Boogie.
And make sure y'all keep it 100, baby. We out.
Love you.
I'm in the moon.